Let's say you have a store selling some really sweet stuff. Gary gets online and sees what you're selling and says, "Ooh, I really want that." He orders and enters his payment information, and then you ship his order. A couple of days later, Gary gets a package on his doorstep from you, and he's really excited. This is where things get messy. As it turns out, Gary is a two-faced slimeball. He opens his package and immediately calls his bank and says, "That wasn't me." The bank stops the transaction and tells you you can't get paid. So now you're out of luck. You don't get your package or your money. This is called friendly fraud, and there's nothing friendly about it. Luckily for you, that's where we come in. When Chargeback Ops is on your team, our experienced staff looks into each chargeback case to determine if it's fraud or not. Then from there, we go to work, fighting the cases that you can win and working closely with your team to build and develop systems that will prevent future chargebacks. When we determine that a case is friendly fraud, we get your money back by making sure Gary doesn't get away with his lying and stealing by providing all the needed evidence to prove that the transaction was legit. Oh, and did we mention we have an 85% win-back rate? On the other hand, if we find out that Gary turns out to actually be some guy named Lance, and he just bought a poncho in Guadalajara, sushi in Tokyo, and a new car in Phoenix, all in Gary's name, then instead of fighting the case that you have no chance of winning, we work closely with your team to analyze all of the data and figure out how we can prevent future fraud from happening by helping you put procedures and systems in place so you can be protected for the future. Don't count your losses and settle for less. Let Chargeback Ops fight for you. Let us join your team today. Chargeback Ops. Responsible, effective, smart.